Hello everyone, and welcome to Everything Anime, a place where we take a look at anime and animation to determine whether or not it's worth your time and money. Here, we grade animation on a 4-point scale: music, art style, popularity, and story. I'm your host, Dizzazzter, so sit back, grab a snack, as I bring to you Everything Anime. Dragon Ball Z. What can I say about an anime that was and is many people's starting point into the alluring world of anime? Dragon Ball Z, or DBZ for short, has spawned multiple movies and games, and have influenced culture on all levels, from cars and clothes to many other animes adapting their core style to that of DBZ. It started airing from 1989 to 1996 before it was dubbed and shown in other countries, namely America, where me and millions of other kids and adults got hooked on DBZ's flair for action, character development, and the most hated thing in all of anime: cliffhanger episodes. But hey, they gotta keep you coming back and on the edge of your seat, right? Most of DBZ is action-packed with tense fighting scenes and emotional interactions between the main characters and villains, some of who have a change of heart and become part of the Z Fighter roster. DBZ is broken into 4 main arcs: the Saiyan Saga, Namek Saga, Android Saga, and Buu Saga. Dragon Ball Z is a long watch, but you never really feel like it's tedious to watch, like 3 to 20 episodes at a time. It's that smooth. So let's have a look at the Saiyan Saga. But first, let me introduce you to the characters. First up, we have Goku, who the anime series is about. We have Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, Vegeta, Nappa, Tien Shinhan, Chaozu, Yamcha, Yajirobe, Cyberman, King Kai, Bulma, Kami, Master Roshi, Chi-Chi, Fortune Teller Baba, Oolong, Puar, Launch, Korin, Mr. Popo, Ox King, and Turtle. These are the main people that you see throughout the entirety of this particular series. Okay, so Dragon Ball starts off with the reintroduction of Goku. The last time we saw Goku was 5 years ago, and it was the end of the Dragon Ball series, which is the series that came right before Dragon Ball Z. We find out that Goku has a son. His son's name is Gohan, which he inherited from the man who raised Goku. His name was also Gohan. So Goku's on his way to go have a reunion with his friends that he hasn't seen in so long, and his reunion is actually interrupted by his brother, who is an alien from another planet. The planet is called Vegeta, and the race of the people who live on Vegeta are called Saiyans. And because Goku, when he was little, hit his head, doesn't know anything about being a Saiyan or anything about what the Saiyans do or what kind of race of people that they are. Raditz finds Goku, and he's asking him like, hey, we sent you here as a baby to come and destroy a lot of life here on the planet and get it ready for takeover. To which Goku has no idea what he's talking about whatsoever. And Raditz realizes that Goku has a son, and Gohan, Goku's son, has a tail, which means that he is a true Saiyan in Raditz's eyes. So Raditz wants Goku to destroy a bunch of people on Earth and, get the ball rolling on this whole Saiyan takeover. And Goku doesn't want anything to do with it. So Raditz promptly beats Goku up and kidnaps Gohan and takes off. In comes Piccolo. Now, Piccolo and Goku aren't really the best of friends. There are two people who actually fought each other multiple times in the Dragon Ball series. In this particular situation, Piccolo came across Raditz before Raditz came across Goku and was amazed at how much raw power this guy had. Goku asked Piccolo for help to get his son back, and amazingly enough, Piccolo agrees. They now have a common enemy. So when Goku and Piccolo finally make it over to Raditz, they are having the worst time ever. I mean, Raditz is just beating the mess out of them, decimating these guys. They have no chance whatsoever. He's hitting them, punching them, blowing them up. It's crazy. And we come to find out that Piccolo has a new attack that he was saving so that he could kill Goku. Throughout this whole fight, Gohan is actually inside of Raditz's space shuttle, and he's watching through the window of his dad getting beat up and Piccolo getting beat up, and it enrages him. And he explodes with anger out of this capsule and slams headfirst into Raditz's chest, cracking his armor and actually hurting this guy. And because Raditz is so hurt, he was caught off guard by this surprise attack from Gohan. He actually has lost a little bit of power. He's not as strong as he was because he was hurt, which allows Goku to get behind him and grab him as Piccolo charges up for his new attack that he was going to use to kill Goku, and it's called the Special Beam Cannon. Goku figures this is the only way that they're going to be able to beat this guy because he is so overwhelmingly powerful, there's nothing else that they can do. So Piccolo fires his beam, it goes through Raditz, it goes through Goku, it kills them both. You believe that? The main character of the anime. Done! But as Raditz is dying, he told Goku and Piccolo that there were two more Saiyans who were listening in on the conversation that Goku and Piccolo and Raditz were having about the Dragon Balls. Now, the Dragon Balls, what this anime is named after, are 7 magical balls that are spread out all across the world. And once they're gathered together, a magical dragon named Shenron will appear out of the magical Dragon Balls and grant the person who gathered them, or anyone who can hop in and tell their wish before anybody else, that particular thing or whatever they wanted to do. Whatever their wish was, they will have that wish granted by Shenron, the dragon of Dragon Balls. So because the other two Saiyans heard them speaking about Shenron, they now want to come to Earth and get eternal life so they can rule the entire universe forever. They ask, how long is it going to take before these Saiyans actually make it to Earth? And Raditz tells them 1 year. I do not know why he was honest. He could have said, oh yeah, they'll be here in 10 years, and they totally wouldn't have been prepared. But he told them 1 year, so within that 1 year, the Dragon Ball Z fighters are going to prepare themselves to obliterate these Saiyans from another world. So now that Goku is dead, no one is there to guide Gohan, to train him, to teach him. Piccolo saw that Gohan had latent power, that he was able to actually hurt Raditz to the point that it gave them the upper hand in the battle and allowed them to win over Raditz. So in Piccolo's mind, he's thinking, hey, this kid with all this power could really be beneficial in this battle that's going to come in about a year. So he takes him, and with the objective of trying to train him, which doesn't really go so well because like within the first 2 minutes, he drops him off in the woods. It's like, peace, I'll see you later. So Gohan, Tien, Yamcha, Chaozu, and Piccolo himself, as well as Gohan, as well as Krillin, all go through these training montages and these sequences where they're getting better and better and better in preparation for the Saiyans coming in 1 year. So obviously 1 year came much faster than they were prepared for, because the minute the Saiyans get to Earth, they start blowing stuff up. Just walk out of the spaceship, hey, boom, dead. Hey, there's a town, boom, gone. Hey, there's some animals over there, bow, destroyed. They have no care for anyone on planet Earth. The whole point of them being there is to get the Dragon Balls and cause as much chaos as Saiyanly possible. So the Z Fighters, realizing that the Saiyans are now on Earth, rush in and try to take care of these guys before any other casualties actually happen, which doesn't really work out so well because almost all of them are eradicated. Tien Shinhan dies, Chaozu dies, Yamcha dies, Piccolo dies, so all you really have left waiting for someone to save them is Gohan and Krillin. Now, most of the time, I didn't talk about this. Most of this time, Goku was also in Otherworld with King Kai. King Kai owns like his own planet, and he's a guy that knows many multiple techniques to enhance one's power. He teaches Goku the Kaioken technique and the Spirit Bomb. The Kaioken technique allows Goku to be stronger and faster and more powerful in general, while the Spirit Bomb is an amalgamation of energy from everyone on the planet that is just put into a condensed ball of pure energy. That's super powerful. But during the time that Goku was training, Bulma on Earth with the Dragon Radar and some of the other Z Fighters find all 7 Dragon Balls, collect them together, and wish Goku back to life. Which helps, but it also hinders, because when he comes back to life, he's still in Otherworld. You don't get 2 wishes, you get 1 wish. You gotta make it count. So I would have said something like, hey, can you bring Goku back here on Earth with full power and stronger than the Saiyans so that he can win? And I would have encompassed it all within 1 wish so that he could have come back, directly to Earth, full power, stronger than the Saiyans, ready to go. So he's brought back to life, and he has to fly all the way back to the check-in station, and then from the check-in station, fly all the way to where the battle is taking place. That is so much time. During that time, everyone gets destroyed. So Goku makes it there just in time to save Gohan and Krillin, and he's faced with his first Saiyan, Nappa. Now, as we've seen so far, Nappa is grossly overpowered. He's so much more powerful than the Z Fighters. It's not even a comparison to be made. These guys are toddlers, and this is a grown man swatting them down and swatting them away as if they mean nothing. So Goku comes in, starts to beat on Nappa a little bit, and Vegeta checks on his scouter to see what Goku's power level is, and he's astonished. He's like, oh my god, this guy's super powerful. His power level is over 9,000! And he crushes his scouter and it blows up in his hand. So Goku and Nappa fight for a little bit of time before Vegeta starts to realize that there's no way Nappa is going to beat Goku. And in a final turn of events, Goku flies into the air, hits Nappa, and flies down so fast before he hits the ground, he catches Nappa, breaking his back with an elbow. And Nappa's laying on the ground. Oh, Vegeta, I'm so hurt. Oh, Vegeta, he beat me up. I probably shouldn't have come here to mess with these Earthlings. Oh, please help me. And Vegeta's like, no, dude, I'm not helping you because you should be strong enough to beat Goku. But you're not. You talked all that crap. You blew up all kind of buildings and stuff. You're supposed to be this bad alien dude who can beat up anybody, but here you are laying on the ground, half crippled. So he grabs Nappa by the arm, throws him into the air, and boom! Blows this guy to pieces. I don't think Vegeta is very good at having friends. So Goku and Vegeta start fighting, and Vegeta is totally not ready for the amount of fight that Goku has within him. He is so willing to give everything he has to defend Earth and defend his son and defend the people that he loves and cares about on the Earth. In one amazing moment, Goku is in Kaioken 3, and he's having a fireball battle with Vegeta. And it's neck and neck. Nobody is really winning. It's kind of going back and forth. And in this moment where you're watching this, Goku steps it up. He goes, and the precursor to this is that King Kai is telling Goku that his body can't handle this much power. You're not supposed to go over Kaioken 1, and you're at 3. Dude, you need to stop because you're gonna burn your body out. And Goku knows this, but because he has to win, because he has to save the people that he cares about, he kicks it up to Kaioken 4 and blasts Vegeta into space. It is one of the most satisfying moments that you'll ever see in almost all of Dragon Ball. It is so satisfying watching him struggle so hard to beat this guy and just kicking it up a gear. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill Vegeta. It just damages him a lot. At this point, they really don't know what else to do. They've done everything. They've thrown all the fighters at this guy. They've thrown all kind of tactics and techniques at these guys. They've tried to blow them up, do everything they could. Nothing is gonna hurt these Saiyans. Even the most powerful attack from Goku only really hurt Vegeta. It didn't kill him. Vegeta says that there's no way for him to win this. He goes, you know what? I'm just gonna turn into a giant ape. And he turns into a giant monster. This is a technique that the Saiyans use to take over other planets. If there's no moon on that planet, they're able to create a light source that will allow them to transform into a giant ape, provided they still have their tail. So Vegeta's walking around, destroying mountains and smacking Goku around, stepped on his legs. Yes, Vegeta stepped on Goku's legs and broke them. So now Goku can't even really move. But fortunately, Yajirobe, one of the smaller characters in the anime, but still a favorite because he actually provides help sometimes to the Z Fighters, cuts off Vegeta's tail. This guy was so scared of Vegeta that he took off once he knew that they couldn't beat him. He hopped in his car and was like, yeah, you guys handle it, I'm out of here. But he actually gains some courage and comes back and lops Vegeta's tail off, which turns Vegeta back into tiny Vegeta. What Vegeta didn't realize is that Gohan still had his tail. It had grown back. So when he looked up into the air at the glowing ball of light, he transformed into a giant ape and started smacking Vegeta around and really causing a lot of damage, to which Vegeta chopped off Gohan's tail. Unfortunately, he had spent so much energy fighting Goku and getting damaged and all this other stuff, he really didn't have any more energy. So as Gohan is de-transforming from a giant ape, Vegeta is right in the way of him falling to the earth and gets trapped in between transforming Gohan and the earth. And he gets flat. At this point, Vegeta's done. There's no more battle to be had. This guy is beaten, broken, and bloody, and this is literally the end of anything he's going to be able to do on Earth. So he is crawling hand over hand to get back to his space shuttle. And when he looks up, he realizes that Krillin grabbed Yajirobe's sword and was holding it to Vegeta's neck, getting ready to end his life. Goku intervenes. He says, no, don't kill him, Krillin. First of all, we're good guys, and we don't go around killing people. Second of all, this was such an exhilarating fight. Even though my legs are broken, and I've been crushed, and I've been smashed in the mountains, and smashed into the ground, and I can't move, and I've burnt my body out of all the power that I have, this was such a great fight. I want to fight this guy again. And matter of fact, he doesn't seem like such a bad guy, you know, with the blowing up everybody and just coming to Earth to just destroy everything and take it over. Yeah, he's not a bad guy. So maybe I can sway him to our side next time we meet. Krillin really does not want to let Vegeta go, but he lets him go. Vegeta hops in his space shuttle and flies away. At this point, the Z Fighters, all 3 of them that survived this crazy attack, can breathe a sigh of relief because Vegeta is gone, and at this moment, there are no dangers to themselves or the Earth. With the death of Piccolo, Kami also dies, because originally Piccolo and Kami were one being, and they were split into two different beings, one being very good, one being very evil. But because he's dead, there are no Dragon Balls to wish anyone back. So they have to go to the Namekian planet so that they can gather the Namekian Dragon Balls and hopefully wish all the people who were killed back to life, because it was unfair that the Saiyans came there and caused so much destruction and took so much life. These people deserve to live. And with that, that ends the Saiyan Saga. Alright guys, so I hope you're ready for our map session. This is where we judge our anime by music, art style, popularity, and story. As far as the music goes, it's phenomenal. It's always tense during a fight. It's sad when something emotional happens. Even when there's nothing happening, the music is usually light and colorful. I give it a 20 out of 25. Art style. It's very colorful and flashy. Some of the animation will surprise you because of how beautiful it is and how it stands the test of time. This is a 30-year-old anime, and it translates so well. It can stand up to some of the animes that are being made today. I give it a 23 out of 25. Popularity. Dragon Ball Z, despite being an older anime, is still influencing anime and culture to this day. I don't think you could go through life and not hear or see something DBZ related. I give it a 25 out of 25. The story. The story of Goku trying to rescue his son, dying, coming back, overcoming obstacles, trying to save the Earth. There are so many compelling parts that blend into each other. It makes the narrative smooth and endearing. I give it a 24 out of 25, which gives Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyan Saga, 92. It's an A, but it's not over yet. Make sure you come back and watch the rest of the sagas. You still got the Namek Saga, you still got the Android Saga, and you still have the Buu Saga, and I'll be covering them all for you. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. That way, when I put out a new video, you'll know. I'm Dizzazzter, and make sure you come back for everything anime.